this video is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be about a sewing project because I love sewing. I made an entire room for it and I want to do more of it. So why not try and make a video out of it? My main goal would be to make as much of my wardrobe myself, and yeah, I think it might be fun to make like a little subcategory of videos of me doing that and you being able to follow along. So yeah, who knows? Might be fun. What do you think, Sophie? Should I start making my own wardrobe? Should we begin with that? Alright, let's begin.
I am going to start with some pants based on a pair I had years ago. They were quite poofy but gathered at the end and had an elastic waistband. I would like to have it in a nice green that is not too light, so I can match it with a green knitted top I already have and then combine it with a belt and some nice boots. Like I am out on an adventure. I found the perfect pattern online, and this is the type of pattern that you print out in pieces and then tape those pieces together yourself.
My floor has its own opinions. Putting together a printed pattern might be one of the most tedious jobs ever in sewing history. And I am aware that seam ripping exists. But we have to do it anyway, for the art.
So there I went on my afternoon pattern adventure. That of course involved two very cute but very curious feline companions, who decided that the best course of action was the one that would slow me down as much as possible, inspecting every piece of tape I wanted to use and making sure that I taped the pieces together correctly. I have no idea if I could have done this without their expertise. And as Sophie thought it was a good moment for a well-deserved nap, Aska made sure to continue the supervision, as I could obviously not be left alone with this task. And I have to admit, they are very well coordinated and experts in their field.
The pattern has been put together. It doesn't align perfectly here and there, but I think I can work with it. And yeah, it's ready to be cut out tomorrow, and then we will go from there.
So I found this beautiful mossy green fabric. It is super soft, it has a little bit of a stretch, which I think is perfect for pants because, you know, I am a woman and sometimes we just need a little bit of extra stretch. But yeah, it is absolutely gorgeous. It is exactly the color of the vibe that I wanted to go for. So I'm very happy that I found this. And the most amazing thing is I got an extreme amount of it. I had cut out all the pattern pieces, so it was time to do the scary bit, cutting the fabric. I normally always trace the pattern pieces onto the fabric with chalk and then cut them out, tracing the outline, but this time I decided to try out pinning the pieces to the fabric instead and cut from there to see if that would be easier and save some time. It was definitely faster, but I did find cutting like this was a bit harder. But that might just be that I need to get used to it.
I have cut out all the pieces and now I need to put them together correctly and sew them up. I also need to check if I still have interfacing because it tells me here that I need to cut 2 of the waistband pieces out of interfacing as well. So we'll see. Otherwise it's going to be a trip to the fabric store, which is never a problem.
Sadly, that trip didn't have to happen because I found out that I still have lots of interfacing left, more than enough to cut out 30 waistband pieces if I needed to. The rim of the pockets also needed a 1 cm interfacing strip, which I could cut from the leftover pieces of the waistband. And the nice thing about this interfacing is that it works with glue. So I just have to iron it on and then it's good to go. Very efficient. With the interfacing done, it was finally time to start pinning and sewing. Starting with making pockets that could actually hold my phone, which apparently is very difficult for store-bought pants companies to make. I was able to at least sew together the first bits of the pockets before I realized I had forgotten the time and had to leave to pick up Mark to go get a second-hand mirror. Let me tell you a little story about when I started sewing. This sewing machine was originally my mother's. She let me use it when I started sewing. I went to the marketplace, bought some fabric for a skirt, my mom showed me how to thread the machine, and off I went. But somehow my thread would end up as a mess every time I tried. I got really frustrated, blaming the machine that it was not working as it should, as it is old, which was of course very ignorant. It was not the machine that didn't do its part, it was me. I didn't know about different types of needles, thread tension, stitches. That poor machine was trying its best, but its handler had to first learn before the outcome could be anything worthy looking at. Luckily I pushed through, learned my part and found a lot of joy in sewing. So much joy that my mother decided to give me the machine when I moved to Sweden, so I could have my own and create things like my mushroom plushies and big poofy pants.
We just got this mirror. It was like 150 SEK second hand, which is like 14 euros, which is amazing. It's super cheap. But yeah, it's the only full-length mirror we have right now. And it's standing in the hallway. It's supposed to go up, but for now it's standing in the hallway. So I'm going to show what we have up until now in here. What are you doing? What is that? So this is where we're at right now. First of all, it fits. I'm very happy that it actually fits. So goal 1 is achieved. But yeah, I only need to finish up the how do you say it? Like the edges? Something like that. So I have a decision to make. So this is how it's supposed to be. It's long and it flares out like that. And then it comes together at the end a little bit. But yeah, I could just put an edge on this and be over with it. But yeah, I initially thought about having it gathered at the end. So I just put like a little pink ribbon to do that for now. So yeah, it's a hard choice. What should I do? Maybe I should put on some shoes to see how it looks. Yeah, I'm going to put on some shoes. Okay, now that I have put on some shoes, it has become a little bit more clear on what I want. So this is without the fabric gathered at the end, and this is with the fabric gathered at the end. And I do think I like this more. I still think I'm going with the original plan of gathering at the end. Even though this would have been so much easier. But yeah. Let's do this.
I wanted these pants finished, so I kinda eyeballed and guessed what a nice size for the cuffs would be. My initial plan was to add some interfacing, but that took out the stretch, so I decided to go without. And I didn't really look up what the proper way of attaching these would be. It did take me about 3 tries, but it worked out in the end. I am so happy with these. They are so poofy and comfy and have the biggest pockets ever. I cannot stop twirling in them, even though it's not a skirt. I hope you enjoyed my first sewing video, and I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments.